been in Vietnam for like a week now. I love these things. It's bum bao. I haven't had it here until now, which is insane because they sell it everywhere. But pumped on that. Rolling solo today. Family sitting at home getting some rest. So I'm gonna munch this, walk around, listen to some music, have a bunch of people trying to get me to buy stuff, and should be a good day. All right, so we just finished our bun bao, and we had a screaming cold Pepsi with it, and the price wasn't too bad. You got to keep in mind I'm in a tourist trap. It was 40,000 dong, which is like it's like $1.35 or something like that. Not bad for lunch, but it's funny that that's tourist trap prices. And figure I'm just gonna walk around for a little while and let taxi drivers yell at me and try to take me places. That's usually fun. It's an absolutely gorgeous day, so it's weird that I'm not fishing, but we're getting out of here tomorrow. So probably just take it easy. I got the fly fishing guide on the 8th, so that'll give me a day or so to get to Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City and just chill out. So gonna keep walking out of here, get out of the sunset town, which is just I'm sure you've seen in the other videos and stuff, they basically just tried to build like an Italian village, which is kind of cool, but like I want 100% travel to Vietnam, not Italy. So I'm gonna go see other stuff. All right, so everywhere they have these like ATM booths, little space shuttle. They had them in Mexico too. And this is the first one I found that fucking worked for me. Every other one I've tried lets me get all the way to the end and it just says contact your bank. So totally stoked to have some big fat dong in my pants right now. And we're gonna go see what else we can find. And also, while we're on it, crossing the road here, you kind of just go for it. If you think you're a good driver, you're not. These people in Vietnam are on some other shit. It's completely chaotic, but everyone seems to know exactly what they're doing. And you couldn't tell me shit, man. When I got here, I was totally gonna rent a scooter and ride around. No shot. No shot. Like, I know medical treatment's cheap here, but I can't do it, man. I'm from somewhere flat. I'm not used to two wheels, and everything's hilly here. I haven't seen a traffic light on this island. Not to say that they don't exist, but I haven't seen one. And we are just now getting out of the touristy Sunset Town area, and we are just in some, I guess, some local neighborhood, which is exactly where you want to be when you don't speak the language or really know where you are. So let's see how that goes. All right, so this is one of the things I wanted to talk about. I had to come here because my son had a scraped knee and we didn't want it to get infected. The pharmacies here kind of act like impromptu doctor's offices. There is a shortage of doctors in Vietnam, so the pharmacists kind of fill in the gaps. When you walk in there, it's not like in the States where like you go to a Walgreens or a Rite Aid or whatever is local to you and just go up to the shelves and grab whatever you need. There's not really any kind of, you know, over-the-counter type stuff. You go in there, consult with the pharmacist, and they tell you what you need and they get you hooked up. Super affordable. We got antibiotic cream and some wound dressing and an anti-scarring ointment for my son, and I think it was like a whopping $3 US, and he's set up. And we had to learn that the hard way because we kept going to grocery stores and corner stores and stuff like that looking for like just any kind of antibiotic cream, and everyone was looking at us like we were crazy when we were asking for it. So we got it figured out. Language barrier's rough, so it's definitely an exercise in patience for both parties. And in my quest to get away from the tourist area, it seems I've found another one. But that's this island. All right, so it turns out that anything I was trying to see was just far enough away to walk that I'm not doing it. So I'll probably just take a Grab a little later in the day. Oh, look, a cat. Probably just take a Grab a little later in the day. Grab is like their version of Uber here, like a ride-hailing service. It's like Uber in the sense that you use your phone to request a ride. It's unlike Uber in the sense that people will straight up pretend that you're supposed to be riding with them. And when you get in their car, they'll take you to where you want to go, hopefully, and then just tell you what the price is. Doesn't always work out like that. It's one of the many scams here. But the Vietnamese people are cool. Despite scams, I don't really think the scams are done in bad faith. I think it's just kind of a, you know, you can't win if you don't play type deal. They're never trying to get you for anything too crazy. I guess they kind of call it a foreigner tax. But I personally don't have time for it. So, just gonna keep walking around, sweating it out. And hopefully when the sun goes down, find a way to enjoy my last evening here. And then it's off to Ho Chi Minh. Oh, super big fan of the construction sites and their safety signs here. A lot of construction going on here. And they really spared no expense in this area. Like, all the steps are terracotta. All the curbs are marble. And some of them are finished marble. They'll take a bit of a tumble if they're wet. Figured that out the other night. We got the gangs. That's a combination of words. I wouldn't say they make sense. Money Bar Club monster. That also rules. So this is like the last street before you end up at the Gulf of Thailand, which on this side of the island is pretty rough. I went fishing twice on the other side of the island, didn't catch anything, and all the locals just pretty much laughed their ass off at me when I told them I was going fishing, until I put the fly rod together, because these people have never seen a fly rod in their life. Then they seemed to get pretty interested about it. So we will catch fish. There's no way, there's absolutely no way I went all the way to Asia to get skunked for the entire time I'm here. But it's gonna take some patience. And I know I just had a Pepsi with my lunch, but my fat ass is hunting down a sugarcane juice bad. Those are great, and I really wish we had more of those back in the United States. And the coffee here is amazing. So why this bullshit here is crazy. There's people in it even. But I looked into it because another thing in Vietnam is that they'll have a lot of Western brands that will attract customers, and they're in no way affiliated with the actual brand. I was kind of hoping that Starbucks would be one, so I could take you guys inside and see what things will be different, but it's just a straight up Starbucks, and they have some local flavor stuff. So. The weather's not too different than it is in Florida, but being hot still sucks. Oh, I also did learn that I am allowed to rent a scooter, but only up to a certain size. And in no way am I allowed to have any cargo. It's crazy that they have that rule, but it's also like an amazing amount of awareness that these people have, that they know what they're doing. Like, you'll see people driving by on scooters with like an 8-month-old on their lap, and like a few weeks worth of groceries strapped on them. I couldn't. But you 100% get your steps in here, that's for sure. Also, if you're gonna be doing a lot of walking here, don't do what I did. This sucks. These are brand new. Bought them for my nephew's wedding. Wore them that one time. So I'm just beating the shit out of my feet in some unbroken in Sperry's. And here's another banh mi stand. Banh mi is a sandwich that they have here, because even though it's Asia, it was a French colony at one point, and they kept the baguette after they kicked the French out. And it's pretty good. You can get it with like pork or chicken, and they have like a liver pate on it, cucumbers and pickled vegetables. It's hella good. But I've had like 18 of them since I've been here, so we're good on that. A coffee stand. The Vietnamese word for coffee is cafe. They literally just wrote it their way, and it remained cafe. Not a bunch of whiteys here. The only other ones I've seen have been Russians. They say a bunch of Australians come here in the wintertime sometimes, but to my understanding, they seem to stay in Bali, which is exponentially closer to them. And I guess not a lot of Americans. So we met some Italians the other day at a beach, if that counts. So very difficult to find anyone to talk to, but Google Translate has been huge for this. But yeah. Got another construction site, renovating all these buildings. And everyone smokes cigarettes here. What I thought was interesting is they're not allowed to smoke on their job sites. So you all see them pop out for darts. Got some kind of Bavarian beer house there that I don't drink anymore, so there's that. They seem to be huge on that here. Like everywhere else is a bar, and like you can pop into the corner store and just buy like a liter of vodka, but everyone maintains themselves here. Everyone's very, very demure, which I guess is what you would expect from an Asian country. No one really talks loud or acts out of place. This place over here is called Symphony of the Sea. They do fireworks like most nights and some big multimedia show. They really pumped a lot of money into this place. These are called the Kissing Bridges. That's another hike if you're into that. But yeah, can't complain. It's a really cool place. Super pumped about the mainland. Hopefully get on some fish, get on some new tasty foods. Show my son a good time. And just experience it. Also, this is probably going to be one of the last bits of this video. There seems to have been some kind of breakdown in understanding from one place to another what a sidewalk is for. So, if you do come here, expect to be walking in the road a lot. But when you're walking in the road, just commit to it. They're not going to hit you. Well, I haven't been hit yet. I'm sure it happens. Oh, and these ones are sick. They're not moving, they're not moving, they're not moving. Let's go. I'm basically an athlete at this point. And here we'll see some very, very Vietnamese Greek statues. I guess Apollo the sun god, his kingdom knows no bounds. What are you gonna do? Tourist stuff, you know? Pretty though. Very pretty, and I've enjoyed my time here. I suggest it if you're coming for, you know, longer than a couple weeks. Stay somewhere like this at first. Get your feet beneath you, and then get out and see the real shit. But that's about it. So until next time.